Serious, people of Reddit who have gone through or are going through cancer, what was the first sign that made you go to the doctor? My dad was acting strange. He looked disheveled somewhat and was telling the same stories. Well, he's 86, that can come with age. But he was also swerving on the road driving, and he called me one day to take him to his doctor. Long story short, stage 4 GBM, brain cancer. Had surgery, was okay for a couple of months but was gone a couple months after that. Good part was, had no pain and didn't suffer. 8. Seizures. I got seizures out of nowhere during the night. No history of seizures in my family. Got my head screened and they found what they thought to be a benign tumor. Anaplastic astrocytoma, diagnosed 2 months before my 22nd birthday. Nearing the 5-year mark, though, with no evidence of it returning. My sister noticed a small painful lump in her breast shortly after having her second child. Doctor diagnosed a blocked mammary gland. A couple weeks later it still wasn't gone. Again doc said blocked gland. Months later it's still not gone and she insists on getting a second opinion. Stage 3 breast cancer. Double mastectomy immediately followed by months of agonizing radiation and chemo only to find out it's now stage 4. She's been stable for a few years but now it's spreading again and we don't know how long we have her. Trying to be as positive as possible. My brother was 11 when he started experiencing symptoms. He started losing a lot of weight, and when he was playing soccer it looked like he was running through mud and couldn't keep up with everyone else. My parents took him to the pediatrician and they couldn't figure out what was wrong. One day, he woke up and couldn't stop throwing up. When he tried to run to the bathroom, he kept running into the door frame and couldn't walk straight. He said the lights were giving him a headache. We took him to the emergency room and they found that he had a brain tumor, and had emergency brain surgery the next day. We were extremely lucky that they decided to do a CAT scan at the ER, apparently they don't usually do them on kids. 2 brain surgeries and a year and a half of chemo later, and he is in remission now. My dad was in bed one night and said he felt like he was drowning, then began coughing up blood. That's terrifying. What kind of cancer did he have? He had kidney cancer, but it had spread to his lungs. Super heavy periods that would last for 10 or more days. Got a NID to help control bleeding. Actually hemorrhaged so bad the id came out. Endometrial cancer, huge tumor in my uterus. Ladies, it's not normal to need a tampon and pad at the same time. It's not normal to need to change them every 10 minutes or even every hour. An average period is 2-3 tablespoons, just for reference. Sorry if TMI. Edited to add, thank you for the well wishes. I am 1 year Ned, no evidence of disease. I was diagnosed at 40. I wish I could respond to everyone. The main takeaway is if something is not right, keep looking for answers and the right physician. Heavy periods do not usually mean cancer in premenopausal women, but there is no reason to suffer through them. Postmenopausal women should not experience any bleeding, 1 drop, and you should go to the doctor right away. My 33-year-old husband was diagnosed with inoperable glioblastoma, most aggressive brain cancer, in January 2019, when he was 31. What caused him to get a check was persistent headache that didn't go away with paracetamols and sleep. We discovered the tumors after taking an MRI. Needless to say, our lives were changed forever. Now we are at the end of our journey, and it's been a harrowing experience for me as his wife and caregiver. It's a lonely journey. I don't wish it upon anyone, and no one has any idea what glioblastoma is like, unless they have gone through it. The median survival time is 14-18 months. We are on our 18th month now. And given days/weeks left. Every day is a gift, and I'm glad I get to be holding his hands every day, even if he's resting and sleeping most of the time. As long as he is not in pain, and that the morphine patches are working, that is fine by me. I can't handle him going through any more pain. On Christmas Eve 2018, my dad lost the ability to talk except for the phrase "this is crazy." Called paramedics because we thought he'd had a stroke. Got him to the hospital where the imaging showed a brain tumor on the outside edge of his brain. The swelling caused him to have a seizure. He was transferred to a bigger local hospital. They did full body scans because it's pretty rare to just have brain cancer, usually it's a secondary for another cancer site. We got lucky in that it was the sole spot. Went through a craniotomy and 5 rounds of high-dose inpatient chemo.